Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing the Elite Four and some post-game. Also, obviously, Champion. Word of warning. Two things, actually. First, why does my voice sound like this? Well, I'm sick. But I'm not going to miss any of my scheduled stuff anymore. I'm sorry for all of those who had to put up with 2 weeks of not seeing the scheduled content as it should be, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna stick to a schedule. And so, we're streaming today. Although I probably won't be talking much. Thankfully, this isn't one of those games where I need to talk a lot. So in order to save my voice and my head hurting, keeping it to a minimum, I am only going to comment on things that I'm doing. So we're going to be doing the champion here, and then I'm probably going to do some item hunts, and then check out, I think we first show up in, well, we're going to do the boat. We got to ride the boat, and then we get to Vermilion. Is it Vermilion? I think it is. I will, however, answer any comments, people that come into chat. But until someone shows up in chat, I'm going to just not be talking too much. So, let's get into it for today. I should mention, I didn't do any kind of off-stream grind. So, I think next time around for red, I'll make sure I do the grind. So, for the champion, I'm just going to pull out Golem, since he is of a decent level. And he's randomized, which is why I'm not going to use, like, Raikou or Inte. Golem is randomized, so I don't see a problem with that. And with items, we can get through this more than likely. So, first thing we're going to want to do is give items. Bright powder is fine, leftovers is fine, lucky egg is... I suppose we can keep on the lucky egg until... We can keep on the lucky egg till champion. I know I have another lucky egg somewhere. Just in case those are wondering what is going on necessarily with me and my health. I've kind of been quietly suffering from throat pain past 2 weeks. And it does feel like there's something inside my throat. And it does make my throat really sensitive. Now, I'm pretty sure it is just, a throat polyp. But that's been happening because I've been abusing my talking too much, throat clearing, and it's kind of bad. But I'm also kind of just been congested as well. I swear I had another one. Like, I know I did. Yeah, there it is. Now I gotta find the right powder. I have 3 bright powder. Jesus. Okay. I know we've got, a decent amount of items. I'll make a save here. So the first one we're fighting, I believe, is Bruno, right? No, this is Lucian? Will. Alright. I'm gonna mute for a little bit. Talk if I need to. Start off with the legendary, like, why not? I can't switch out because I'll lose my buffs, so... This fight. I realized I've been speeding up too much, so I kind of want to stop that. Part flying type. Color change. Yeah, alright. Oh. Oh, you know, you can just crit. Free to go. I had to switch because of that. I don't want to get fissured. Not wasting a revive. Yeah, sorry, that was just too annoying. I wanted to get through that one. Sometimes fights can be so damn obnoxious. I'll just hit the fire blast. With accuracy drop, it'll be fine. God Gamer. Wait, it didn't look like it took recoil. Did I see that right? No, it did. You know, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but why do I seem to remember Lance having a Latias? It's gonna be kind of annoying. This thing is bug type, but it's also flying type. Should live a water gun, I think. Still damage based on HP, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Should be a ring out. Okay, that's good. Honestly, I'll take that. Look at how malware that is, too. Like, it was just saving that before I killed it. Like, what the fuck, man? I'll just be the most insane bee drill. God, a bee drill outraging would be terrifying. Come on now. I know I don't know. I'm debating on clicking Luster Purge, but I do more physical damage and it's super effective. I mean, they both are, but this is... That's one reason I don't like the move Outrage. You always, like, just get confused. It's like, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. She has a dark type. Please don't poison. Nice. Alright, champion it is. Now, I want to warn everybody ahead of time, okay? Champion theme tends to get copyright very strongly in VODs. So, in YouTube also sometimes detects it. So, I'll say this. I would watch the YouTube version for the champion fight because there's a good chance that it gets muted on Twitch. So if you're watching this on Twitch on the VOD, go watch the YouTube version because it's gonna be fixed. But for some reason, if it's not, then whatever, right? Okay, so I don't know at which point champion themes usually force you into a fight at some point. Oh my god. Yeah, no slow start Regigigas. Oh god. Fuck me. Stab stomp. This is bad. I'm just gonna take the down here. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna need to set up. I'm gonna skip through everything because it's gonna take forever. Stab uproar too. Jesus Christ, this Regigigas. I think crit still fucking kills me too. That's the shit thing. I'm not gonna take a chance here. Sure, I'm faster. That's still an insane amount of damage. I'm gonna save state this. I don't want to get crit. It's kind of cheating, but I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I'll go in for the attack after this. No, I won't. I'll do another defense. Actually, this is very lame. Missed. Okay, I'm gonna go for the para. Okay, well, Lance has 4 full restores, I'm pretty sure, so... I am fine with this. Withdrew. Wow. Shit, this thing balls me, doesn't it? You're not gonna hit me with that, so... Poison? Let's go. Aerial Ace never misses. Shit. No act drop. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on. Like, really? Gonna have to use Salamon's. Nice, nothing. This thing is just all defense. Is poison neutral on poison? Let me see. It's not. Well, we're gonna be here for a while, guys, so I'm just gonna speed through this. That's just lovely. Oh, it's dark type too? Fuck me. I forgot, man. I'm just gonna cheese through this, I'm sorry. I'm annoyed at this. I'm just gonna reload the save state. It's just cringe. Good, when I'm not getting trolled by the AI. Bro, the flinching. Come on, game. Now this game is just, like, trolling the shit out of me. This is probably one of the worst leads, worst Elite Fours I've ever seen. Lance, this is Lance. His Skun Tank is the problem. Like, the Skun Tank is the problem. Like, giga tanky Skun Tank. In fact, I'm gonna pre-set up for that, because that's just annoying. I'm gonna speed through that setup. Nobody wants to watch setup, so I'm speeding through it. Shit. I need to make sure the thing dies, so... I'm gonna heal. I don't want him to kill me. Unless he crits and then I die like the Skun Tank. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I know. It's got good moves. I'll do one more of these in 3 speeds. I need to heal again. Like, this thing has Stab Uproar, Stab Stomp. It has no slow start because its ability is random. Like, what the fuck is this game? Okay. I'm gonna save state again. Now that we've done setup. The AI can just not crit me with the Skun Tank. That'd be great. Okay, now we're gonna play. I could have sludge bombed there, but I didn't. Yeah, then you had the Flygon, which pretty much walled me, but Aerial Ace. There's some of my favorite older gen. Okay, that goes down. I was pretty weak before. Okay, here's a Skun Tank. I know. Again, I know this is cheese, but this fight is, like, so far, like, really frustrating. I hate this fight. Okay. Hopefully, at least this gets statused. Look at that damage. That does, like, this thing is nuts. I don't mind the backdrop. I need the para. You've got to give me the para game. That's with complete setup, pretty much. Let me also say, this thing has rest. If I didn't hit that, I lost. I would have had to... That stun tank is malware. I've got money, so I don't care if I'm burning these. Oh, that's like, future sight. Shit. Stab sludge bomb, please just kill. Dude, everything is so tanky. Everything is giga defense. I liked it more than Pikachu. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I've never liked any of the mouse Pokemon, really. I don't know. I've never cared for any of them. Okay, I have 2 turns. This is probably gonna be ranged, and Lance is gonna heal. Fuck me, yeah. Okay, I need to heal here. I was able to do the notched ear Pikachu run. Same with the RCS. Like the real old copy I had of this. I got to get the Toys R Us RCS. Yeah, there it is. I think he has 4 of these things. If this was like a Nuzlocke, I would have been so fucked, man. Okay, let's go. You know, I think what's funny is everybody talks about how Cynthia was like their problem as a kid, but no. God, no. Cynthia was not even hard for me. My problem was fucking Steven. Steven was so fucking hard for me, man. That Metagross is fucking insane. Now, obviously, you know, when I... Yeah, see. I gotta go through 2 more of these. Nice. I think his last is a Latias. If I'm remembering right. If it's not... Or it might have been the Reggie, I guess. I don't know. I was gonna do grind for this game to level 50, but the problem was I forgot to do that. And so now we had to power through, which is fine. I was also gonna look for another last team member, but I didn't. I just need damage. I kind of want to just burn all of his full restores. Yeah. See, the truth is, on my channel, I've done a playthrough of this game before that wasn't randomized, but I hate that playthrough because, essentially, because I was new to YouTube, the way I edited that video was it was more like a glorified highlights, where it was just every single trainer fight optional, and me picking up items, and my internet went down. Classic. I think we're good now. We good? Okay, it says we're reconnected. Okay. Sorry about that. See, the thing that's going to suck is now people are going to have to watch the YouTube version because this is going to be in bits now on Twitch. This is why I always record when I stream. Because my internet is sometimes dodgy. And now I lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I was saying. Didn't heal. Okay. What's the last mon gonna be? God, that Doom Desire. You are actually taking the piss right now. What is this thing's problem? What is wrong with you, Lance? Why do you hate me? Lance, why? Why are they all tanky, annoying mon? Please. I swear to God, if he has a second Regigigas, I'm going to cry. Or Skuntank. Skuntank is worse. I'm telling you, part of this game is actual malware. Like, I understand. When I watch fucking Caleb Hart or Phil play Ironmon, like, I get it now, man. Odd. Fuck me. This isn't an Ironmon, but I'm not smart enough for Ironmon, but I definitely sympathize. Now you use the full restore. Sneedo King has been hanging on. Look, man, you can't be missing these sludge bombs. Thank you. I think the deal is he only heals once on every mon. So he shouldn't heal this again. I'm not gonna do, I'm just gonna full heal. His last better not be annoying. That's a good avoid. You can see the face I'm making right now. Come on, game. Okay. No, it was an Electro. Now I'm remembering. I didn't realize I was fighting fucking, Surge. Dark Pulse is such a cool move. Okay, now I won't get Doom Desired anymore after this. I'll heal one more time, and then it should just be free. Copium. Okay, nice miss. Okay, that's not a nice... Why is everything missing? What is going on? I'm missing, they're missing. This thing is... I don't know. What are the odds this thing retains its speed from... Okay, this thing isn't the strongest. I'll just do this since it never misses, and it does damage. It'll heal. Lance will heal, but I think the rest of this is free. I'm just gonna fast forward through this. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Just pull out a crit. No big deal. Bye-bye. I want to tell you a story about Arceus since you weren't here to witness this. Once we're done through the credits. So every time I do a Pokemon playthrough, I make it a rule that I have to use Pokemon I'd never used before, usually, unless there's like a rare exception. Like with Charizard, I was okay with it because the last time I used a Charizard in a playthrough was way back in Red and Blue. That was like 20 years ago. So like, my thing is like ever since I started streaming, from then on, and I try to stick to one legendary per. The Ho-Oh was randomized to the Golem, but for some reason the Roamers were not. And somehow I managed to run into both of them. So it's really weird. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to post-game. I don't know what the first thing I'm doing is. Should be noted, though, that my favorite generation is 5, but... And that was before it became repopular again. I mean, when it came out, it was... It's kind of funny, actually. Because when, So I'm going to give a hot take. I know a lot of people... like, Gen 4. But I'm just going to be upfront. I hate Gen 4. There's nothing really I like about Gen 4. I mean, it's boring. It's lame in its setting. I feel like it's just... Like, I don't mean what it's really based off of. I think I've seen Hokkaido. It looks really nice, but it's just... the region is just, like, so frustrating to navigate to. Like, most of the generation is the giant-ass mountain in the middle of it. HMs are so frustrating in that game. It's just everything about Gen 4 I'm not a fan of. Like, Platinum is, like, the best way to play the game. But I did... Before Platinum came out, my mom started buying me the Japanese basically Pocket Monsters Platinum, for me, and I ended up getting Japanese Pokemon of Platinum, and I think it was White version. I got to play and beat the game before it was out in the US, which was pretty fun. But yeah, I was so, like, on board with Gen 5. Just like a restart, and it ended up being one of the best games ever made for Pokemon, but then, because people were like, well, oh, there's a fucking trash bag, and there's an ice cream, and this game sucks for some reason, and, like, ignored 90% of the designs in Gen 1. Like, oh, here's a snake. Oh, here's a weed. Here's a bunch of sludge. Here's a Pokeball. Here's a you know, and some of the designs are like inspired off of, I think, was it Chrono Trigger? I don't remember. There's some game that it... There was some game that the Pokemon designs looked like they copied somewhat or inspired by. Which is why I always found the originality argument for complaint about Gen 5, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Gen 5 had the best mechanics, the best story. I mean, yeah, it's true. It's not like... Some people will, like, overhype the story and be like, oh, it's the best thing ever made. No, but it's... For a Pokemon game, yes, it's a good story. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, with Gen 4, I'll still play it. It's just not... I don't care for it. It's like, okay. It's there. I'll say something good about it. I liked the older generation evolutions it added. Like Dusk Noir and Electivire and Yanmega is really cool. But... I mean, some of the regular mods weren't even bad. Like, Drapion is really cool, and Drifblim, I think, is really nice. I think Cyrus was an interesting character. But because of that game not doing well, and people hating on it, that's why we don't get good things like that anymore. And that's why we got X and Y, which ended up being rushed out the door, unfinished mess. And just very nostalgia bait. Oh, hey, you want this free starter? It's just like... That's why Pokemon games nowadays are still fucked up. Because people couldn't accept it. That what the direction they were going, and hate to see it. Now you have 2 FPS windmills on a game that came out on a modern gen console. And it sucks, because the last game I played was Sun and Moon. And I didn't think the game was terrible. But at that point, after I beat that game, I was just fed up with Pokemon, and I have not bought a game since since Sun and Moon. I bought Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I thought that was a great game. That game was fantastic. But I took, like, it's like Dexit, Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Go, and them trying to implement those features over. Just all of that just really jaded my interest in Pokemon entirely. Like, I'll still look at, oh, you know, this game has new, what are the new Pokemon? Like, oh, cool. Dunsparce finally got an evolution. That's awesome. I love its evolution. It's cool. Oh, you know, I like some of these cool Pokemon. But other than that, I don't engage with Pokemon anymore. And especially after their Nintendo's suing Pal World now over fucking trying to patent throwing a Pokeball mechanic. Like, honestly, Nintendo can go fuck themselves for that. Patenting mechanics just ruins the gaming industry. It's so fucking vile. And honestly, I wish more people would stop buying Pokemon games. Like, you know, people can say, oh, well, they make so much money anyway. It's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, if people aren't buying your product, that's a business problem. They'd have to react to it, regardless of what money they make or have. So... And let it be known, I'm not the biggest fan of Pal World either. I didn't really get into the hype of Pal World, but I don't think you should be suing somebody for a mechanic in a game. I don't know. And for me, I have this problem with like, you know, their excuse too, right? Their excuse with, like, oh, well, we had to cut the Pokedex because we wanted to make the new models, and they literally just, like, straight up ripped them from the 3DS. with a slight, like, slight change to them. It's just, you know, I've been saying this a lot lately because I've been liking it, but that's a foul ball. They're throwing foul balls. That's, I mean, in this instance, they're throwing balls literally, but you know, it's like it's their whole company's a foul ball. It's people shouldn't. It's the same with Konami. Konami has been trying to reimagine themselves by getting back into the game market, and people really liked Silent Hill 2 remake, and you know, they're making Metal Gear Solid Dorito. I call it Dorito, Delta Dorito. It's a triangle. But and honestly, I don't think MGS3 needs to be remade at all. But whatever. If anything needed remade, it's fucking Phantom Pain. Phantom Pain and like, fuck, man, even if you released, like, because, like, on emulator, you can play MGS4 with 60 frames, and it's fucking awesome. Right? Yeah, I don't think MGS4 is a perfect game, but compared to Phantom Pain, good lord, MGS4 is a way better game. Like, it, but, you know, I don't understand why they just won't release a 60 FPS version of MGS4. They won't do it. Like, even their MGS collection, like, they censored, like, so much fucking shit. They changed so many lines for political sensitivity reasons. It's like, dude, just stop changing shit. Like, it does, yeah. Like, most of the Outer Heaven streams I watch are of DRK playing MGS4. I mean, I like watching MGS2 and 4. With 3, I'm kind of like, it's okay. And 1, look, people are going to hate me for saying this. I like 1. I like MGS1, but I like 2 more. Oh, so I said I wasn't going to talk much today because of my throat, but it's fine. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll chill my voice tomorrow. See, and that's like, look. All right. Look. I'm somebody in my life, and for people watching the video back, you can skip ahead till I'm actually doing something, but I'm going to pause and talk about this for a minute. I'm somebody who is very politically incorrect, okay? People can say whatever they want to me, and I won't care. They could call me, you know, they can make fun of me for being bi. They could say whatever, right? I don't care. It's like, whatever. I'm not saying people should go through that, but I'm saying, for me, you know, I'm very resilient to, like, people trolling me or being mean to me. Right? So, like, when people have those kind of criticisms, like, you know, I'm sick of all the, like, the toxic community. I'm all on board with that. That's something, like, yeah, I agree. But sometimes I feel like people take it way too far. Like, oh my god, this person likes a game I don't like. I'm offended. Or this person said this opinion about a game. That's offensive. Or, I'll give another hot take, okay? You know, when I was a kid, I played Grand Theft Auto like every other kid, probably, in our age. And you know, because you're in your 30s too, you were told by a lot of your friends or your teachers were like, oh, I don't like them violent video games. Violent video games cause violence. Or you listen to this awful music. That's the music of the devil. Same shit, right? But for some reason, when it's like, when you play like an anime game or something, oh my god, this woman's tits are too big. If their tits are too big and we design a woman to look pretty, oh my god, they're gonna go out and harass women. It's like, no. They're not real characters, dude. Calm down. It's not real. It's not fucking real. None of that's real. These aren't real people. Why are you getting mad over real people? People have a brain. People know not to act that way toward real women. It's a fantasy. It's not real. That's the problem I have with modern video games, is no one is allowed to have a fantasy anymore. Now people need to critique your fantasies. Now you can't have any privacy in your fantasy. You can't have fun. No fun allowed. If everything isn't a commentary of our millennial age woes, then it's not an interesting story. That's the problem. As a millennial, I see it all the time. I look at millennial writing and I'm like, oh, everything's got to be a commentary about how shit my life was as a kid. It's like no one cares. And most of them do. Most of them do get the shit kicked out of them for that shit. And hey, if you're, you know. But that's why, like, my biggest issue is I don't play the game. But for instance, with Genshin Impact, okay? Some of the shit I see coming out of that game's fans' mouth is actually fucking wild. Like, wild. Like, they get so... Like, I literally saw once, there was this one character, I think her name was Candace. And people were mad that she wasn't dark-skinned enough. And I'm like, dude, what is this? It's... Like, what? I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something, but to me, that's racism. To me, that's racist. I don't know. Maybe I missed it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's racist. Like, I don't know. I mean, you know, and as I've said, here on my channel, I support the LGBT. I support trans people and everything, but I feel like sometimes I'll see comments from people on Twitter, and it's like, dude, you cannot be that sensitive. Like, you can't. You just cannot be. If someone, like, I'll give you an example, okay? For instance, you know, if I ran into some homophobic asshole who wanted to kick me out of the store, and I do think it's a problem. It is a problem, and I definitely think it should be addressed. I'm just giving an instance of what I would do. What my reaction to be with somebody that hated me would be like, okay, I don't want to do business with this asshole. I don't want to support this guy. I'm gonna leave. Fuck him. That's always been my attitude to people that don't like me. Okay, they're irrelevant. Fuck them. And I never think twice about it, you know? It's whatever. I don't know. I don't know, because in my childhood, I'd always try to do things like keeping the peace and trying not to, you know, instigate a situation. But that being said, you know, when I see kids nowadays, well, not kids, but, you know, when I say kids, I mean, like, people in their young 20s. When I see, you know, young adults pushing for things that I had dreamed of as a kid, like, oh, people can dress how they want in public, you could be a feminine man, you can cry, you can, like, oh my god, man, I would have loved to have that kind of shit when I was a kid. I've been there. I've seen the horrible boy locker room talk. I've seen it. It's true. Some men in groups will prey on women. It's real. It's a fucking problem. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like the hate is coming back. Unfortunately, the hate's coming back. And I don't know what the solution is to that. I don't know what I mean, like, we gotta, I'm saying, you know, we gotta address this problem. Some way or another, the bad apples need to have a conversation with. Like, if you support the LGBT, then you need to make sure your shit's in order and that you're not, you know, making a bad image. Don't be a bad apple. If you're trying to push for trans rights, don't be an ass. Don't be an instigator. Unless somebody, you know, if someone's harassing you, giving some verbal shit back is fine. But I'm saying, like, if, you know, don't go just starting a war because you're pissed off. We need to have polite conversations. And if that doesn't work, people need to fucking vote. That's how you have that conversation. You vote. I'm not going to get into U.S. politics, but, you know, I said this to my stream. I said, you know, after the election, I said, I want to give my stream a week. I said, I want a week. I want to give my stream a week. Doesn't matter if you won or lost. I wanted to give a week to my stream to relax, stop thinking about it, and move on. I think that was for the best. But regardless of what side you are, this is the time for reflection. People need to think about shit, man. We need to start coming together more. As a country. We need to start coming together. We need to start talking. Stop hiding shit. And we need to be adults. We need to converse. You know, don't have conversations that poison the well. Be respectful. And I think the country will be better for it, really, genuinely. People just won't talk to each other. That's the problem. Like, I'll give you an example, okay? My mom is staunch conservative, staunch. But between randos. And she's religious. And I want to say this. I'm not religious, but I don't mind religious people so long as they're not trying to go after what my rights are. But yeah, my mom's religious, and I don't mind. And I talk to her, and she's pretty civil. Some things will light a fire under her ass about, but some, she's mostly reasonable. I mean, I'm more, like, myself, I don't see a problem saying this. I'm, like, centrist left. I'm not, I don't know. I don't, but, if it's any consultation to everybody who's angry for me saying that, I don't vote. I can't vote. I don't have a state ID currently. I can't vote. So. And that's from, I have a lot of shit I gotta go through to get that. Which I will eventually. For those who say, oh, well, people that might be mad I didn't vote. Well, trust me, you don't know my situation. It's pretty bad. But, okay, so where are we going? I gotta go SS ticket. And I don't have a flyer, so... I've had conversations with legitimate socialists before. I mean... I'll say this. This is my opinion on socialism, okay? There's one thing you should know about me. I absolutely support the worker, okay? I believe in private property. Like buildings, okay. I know there's a difference between private property and private business ownership. So whatever the one is, I like people owning private things, like houses and stuff. And the government can't say anything about that. However, I'm very sympathetic to the workers who, I'll give you an example, okay? I've gotten a lot of criticism for this. I see what my mom goes through in work, and it infuriates the fuck out of me. So infuriating. Like, They won't give workers chairs to sit. My mom has to stand all day. She works at a bank. They won't let her sit. So many workers' rights violations. Like, it's one of the terms that radicalized me to some degree was the term cost of living. To me, that is just... The fact that we have a term for cost of living and no one cares. Good Lord. And I think to myself, like, think about it like this. Against your will, you're forced to go to school for 12 years, plus 2 years if you have preschool and kindergarten. So 14 years of your life are against your will going to do something you don't want to do. And then on top of that, then you have to go minimum 4 years to go to college, because now it's people will make you think it's guaranteed that you have to do it. So that's, okay, 16 years, 18, yeah, including the other 2. And then that's minimum. That's minimum. And then, and only then, you have to work till you're about 60, and you don't get to enjoy life anymore. And if you're a man, you're probably dead, because men's life expectancy is bad. I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable. I'm not against people working. I'm not against people working. I'm not, I'm not against people working hard. I love seeing people doing what they want to do. But I don't think humans were designed, built, by evolution. We were not built to work every single day of our fucking life. And people say, well, how do you go and get food? Well, hunters wouldn't go work to get food. Yes, they did. But that was like for a couple hours a day. Not 7 days a week for 60 years. For fucking 10 hours. That's insane. Society has to just kick out the middleman. And what I think that middleman is money. Here's what I would propose. Get rid of money, and people go work for the job to get something they want. Say, for instance, you want a house, okay? Then you can go get a job working with a construction company, and if you work with them long enough, then you'll get your house built, free of charge. They'll build you your house. Or if you can't do it, just being helpful. Go help the construction workers. Maybe you can't understand it, maybe you suck at it, as long as you're helping. You're contributing something. That'd be fine with that. But that's my problem, is money is a middleman. I don't think we need a society with money. I don't. I think it needs to go. I don't know. Now, again, I'm not a communist. I'm not. But I definitely sympathize with money and workers and... But, I don't know. I've had conversations with actual communists before, so I don't know. I understand where some of them come from about the working situation. It's not great. And it's part of that as well. It's like, I don't want to contribute to a society that does this to people. That doesn't value the worker and just treats them as like expendable goods. Like, oh, fuck it, they'll die, they'll get sick, I'll just replace them, I have money. No problem. Like, what the fuck, man? And see, that, I think, I've listened to, like, there's this history channel I watch, there's this history channel I was watching on YouTube, and he was talking about and giving context to a video from a channel I think called Hakim. I think he's an Afghanistan socialist. And the dude sounds pretty well read, I'll say. That's one thing I'll say about communists. I don't really agree with them, but they are pretty well read for their literature. Which I kind of wish more people read their literature, but I don't know. See, I like having conversations with people that have different views than me. I've always loved that. I love talking to people. And, you know, picking thoughts and seeing what people think. Someone could have an opinion I wouldn't really, I don't know. Like, the only opinion I would get really upset with, is if somebody was calling for violence. Obviously, that would upset me. But, you know, you're talking about, well, you know, I don't like how money is run in this country, and there's so much corruption, and the workers are being fucked over. And that's a fair conversation to have. So yeah, as you can see, the Entei was not randomized, and neither was the Raikou. But see, I think the reason I can have a conversation with my mom about politics is because, you know, I'm her child. But my mom has gotten into really bad arguments with her sister. And I don't know. It's kind of a rare thing that you're like, you have so many aunts and uncles and mothers and stuff, and, you know, basically, if you're in the position I'm in, everyone will be nice to you. Like, everyone will be nice to you. But then you see the rest of your family get into arguments, like, ugh. I'm lucky I have that special position to where people respect what I say because, you know, but I feel so bad for my mother when she gets into arguments with her sister. I'm like, oh god, here we go. Get rid of Goylem. That's something I worry about too, you know? This is something I worry about as well, that unfortunately, when you talk about stuff like this, like, oh, I support the LGBT, unfortunately, that has become a very divisive thing to say. Having any kind of pronouns in your bio, and some people will be turned away from watching you, just instantly on that alone. And it sucks. But the stream I try to create is for people that don't want to deal with bullshit in their day-to-day, because throughout until my current age, I have dealt with tons of bad shit, and I know how important it can be to have a place you can just say whatever you want and vent and relax and not feel like people are being mean to you. And I'll say this. This is something I will say, okay? And this is a political statement, but I'll say this. Regardless of whoever you vote for, what we should be doing right now is accepting the results and stop complaining about cheating. We need to accept what's happened, and we need to move on, so we can have healthy conversations. That goes for any side ever in any election. If there's evidence that foul play happened on any side, that will come to light. I guarantee it. It will. And it will be addressed. I have faith. I still have faith. You know, a lot of people in our country want to say that things are, you know, everybody hates this and that. No, honestly, I believe people are reasonable, and that, you know, everybody can talk. We need to have, you know, we need to be realistic here. Have faith in our country. Things will, I believe, you know, there might be hardships at times, but I'm confident we'll survive. That's my belief. Although I understand, hey, look, again, I get people's concerns, always. I'm not saying that people's concerns may or may not be legitimate or not. I'm just saying, I believe at the end of the day, we'll get through it, no matter who wins, and we'll be good. That's what I believe. Did I take both my HMs? You, but who was the other one? Was it you? Who was it? But does Lapras have a spot? Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna teach. I have the thing on for all HMs teachable, so I can teach. I'm just gonna teach Cut to Lapras. Yeah, HMs are so frustrating, so I just wanted to have an easy time here. Initially, this Lapras was a team member, but the stats were just too bad, and I just couldn't keep running it. It just kept fainting, which sucks, but... Okay, so now we need to fly to... Oh, Rhyperior has fly, I remember. Okay, hold on. That's why I had it in this box. Who gets temporarily benched? Probably the Char. Yeah, it wasn't... The problem with the roamers is they weren't randomized. Raikou and Entei were not randomized. Their moves were, but I decided to not use them because if they're not randomized, then I just don't see that as fair. So... Like, even if their stats are random, they're just not a different Mon. It just didn't feel fair. Ooh. Yeah, it is. I somehow managed to run into both of them. Okay, so we're going to... Olivine. Shit. I mean, you know, and there's something that I've talked about with Stream With, and I sometimes worry that people get uncomfortable when I talk about this, but I'm someone who is a very feminine individual. Like, I don't dress in a masculine way ever. I don't like the term that people use for what I do because it's derogatory, but I view it that way. But I've always presented as feminine, always. And it's funny because, you know, I was wanting to, you know, in regards to having a space that's safe. I remember one time that I went to a party with somebody. It was with a lesbian friend that I had once. It was a lesbian woman, and she's the one that kind of got me into it because, into trying an aesthetic, because she's like, you know, why don't you try this? And I tried it, and you know, I thought it was kind of weird feeling, but I don't know. But she invited me to do this kind of, go to this, you know where like, your identity's kind of concealed? I was invited to one of those. And she said, look, if you dress like this and you go to this party, you don't have to say anything, but I'd like you to go. And I said, sure. So I was invited to this party, and I dressed. People could mistake me as a woman. And I was like, whatever. And so I went to this party, and, it was a really fun experience because I didn't talk, but some people did. I mean, you could talk if you wanted to, but I didn't. I was just kind of observing. I was kind of uncomfortable because my thing is I always worry about, like, if I did something like that, or, if I did something that isn't, like, would I get hate for it? I mean, I did. I did have fun. I definitely said no alcohol, though. I don't really do drugs. My mom smokes, my dad drinks himself. Stupid. Yes, I will, on rare occasion, drink, like, maybe a small shot glass of alcohol, but I've never been drunk. I never want to be drunk. I don't think it's cool. I've never smoked. I have had cannabinoid gummies for sleeping, but again, the amount of stuff in it was not enough to do anything to me. So I'm very, very, very responsible with anything I've done. But that's why I say I don't really do drugs, because I don't. My cousin, I have OCD. My cousin offered me once to smoke some weed, and he said, look, you have such bad OCD. When I was a teenager, he said, you have such bad OCD. Genuinely, this would help you. And I know it can help some people, but I said no. I said no. I don't want to rely on drugs. I don't think that's good. Like right now, I have a migraine. I'm not taking any meds for it. I don't think I should. I'm very tough. I try to power through things. But yeah, I didn't do any drugs at the party. And, it was more like something simple, right? I mean, I just got like a dress, and I just had a mask, and I don't know, when I got back, I don't know, I felt weird. I felt very weird about what I did, because it was just, I was worried that I'd get criticism for it. But it was like, I think a couple weeks later, I went over to her house again, and she was like, would you mind if I did, practice my makeup on you? And she said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, okay, whatever. I don't really care. I mean, I didn't really think of it or care about it too much, but I let her do it. And I looked in the mirror, and I was actually, like, kind of shocked. I'm like, wow. This is kind of surreal. Like, I look completely different than what I'm used to. And, I guess that person has kind of been a inspiration, I will say, to kind of just being more open and just trying things to see if I'm fine with that. And she's also, I mean, because she also makes clothing. She makes clothing, and she likes doing makeup. She's an artist as well. I mean, she's very talented, but her thing is she likes making clothing. And she actually made me something once, kind of unprompted. I mean, once she asked me for measurements, I was like, not anything bad, but Yeah, she spent a lot. I mean, she asked me for measurements, and she kind of put it in such a way because I was kind of tired, and she put it in such a way that um, I didn't really know why she was asking that. But then, like, when I finally see her, like, a long time later, she hands me something, and she's like, open it, and she gives it to me, and it's just this really cute thing, and it's like... And it fit, yeah, it fit. But I'll never forget that. It was really nice. She actually, recently, she moved away, and I did get to see her off. However, she moved somewhat nearby, so it's not like she's gone. But she is a little bit further away now. I still talk to her, though. I mean, I've been on Reddits before with, like Femboy Reddit before. But the problem and reason why I don't like that Reddit is because I feel like there's a tendency for people to... First of all, I don't like the label Femboy. Like the Reddit requires you be 18 plus, so nobody can chat in there unless they're adults. But I've always hated the term femboy because I'm an adult. Like I'm near 30. Like I don't like the term boy. I don't think we should be referring to adults as boys. But sometimes I'll see styling on the site, and I thought it's really cool, but you also tend to get these people that just, like, sexualize it, and it's just so gross, man. I hate it. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, at the end of, in the privacy of your own home, I guess you can do whatever you want, but I'm saying, I don't know. Alright, let's go on the ship. Hold on. I need to change my music I'm listening to. You guys won't hear it because I don't want to get copyright on the stream, but... I have a Discord OBS add-on that allows me to only take audio from a source, so my internet browser doesn't play. You can't hear the audio from it. But in case everybody was always curious what I meant by that. There's an item here, is there not? Shit. We'll go grab this really quick. I've considered it, like, legitimately, but I think at the end of the day, for me, I don't see that as a good thing for me to do. I know this... I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, but I feel like... unless I could get actual body parts that work, I feel like it wouldn't be what I want. I just don't feel like the research into the field has developed. And look, I'm not saying everybody needs something specific to be, you know, I'm not trying to no true Scotsman anybody. I'm just saying, for me, what I would want could not be done. That's my thing. So I've decided not to do it. If I turn out to be 60 years old and they have a revolutionary new thing where I can get what I want, then I'll do it. But I mean, that's the thing. With me, I don't really have this, like, strong-ass dysphoria. Like, for me, I don't really care one way or the other how I present. Well, okay, that's true and not true, okay? I don't want to present as masculine. At all. But if I'm, like, neutral, where people don't know, then I'm kind of fine with that, too. I mean, even, like, somewhat minusculely masculine, I don't care. Like, you'd never see me in a suit. I'm never wearing a suit, ever. I don't care how much you ask me to do that, I'm never doing that. I'm never wearing any kind of, like... I hate the term woman beater shirt, but that's what they call those shirts. Like, I hope people know what I mean when I say woman beater shirt. I would never wear a shirt like that. I would never try to gain muscle to look hyper muscular. Like, if I wanted to work out, yeah, toned, I'm fine with that. But I don't want these, like, big giga muscles. Yeah, disgusting tank top. Yeah, I just couldn't think of the name. I just know what people referred to it as. There are items in this ship. I also have a lot of sympathy for girls because, one time, as kind of a joke, that same woman made me try on a pair of heeled shoes, and I couldn't walk in them. And I'm like, dude, how the fuck do you women do this? Like, what are you doing? What is this? I feel so bad for women, dude. And some of them have to wear that shit at certain jobs, too. It's like, good lord. It's not even, like, for a couple hours, either. It's just like, fuck me. I think it's nice, though, that women can mostly wear, like, men's clothes and not really get called out for that. If you're a dude, though, and you do that, oh, good lord. You'll never hear the end of it. I can hear like a fucking like Biff voice, like you know, it's like, hey dude, what are you wearing, dude? What are you wearing, bruh? Get out of that, man. You shouldn't be wearing that. That's the kind of like men voice I'll hear. Oh god, I have the wrong party member out. Solar beam? Wait, so she's basically defiant? She basically doesn't do the dress code? She doesn't do the dress code? Oh. I mean, I don't know. I've always hated strict dress code, too. Let people wear what they want to wear. I don't know. I do what's expected of me. Yeah, that's what a lot of people said back in the 40s and 50s. And that didn't work out well. You know, that's kind of... I've always been somebody who's always been kind of, like, defiant with culture and society. Like, you know, in school... When I was in school... I'd always have, like, and I'm not, again, I'm not religious, so, you know, whenever they'd have the pledge, I'd never do it. Whenever I'd say, like, God darn. I would say goddamn too, but god darn, I probably said more because I was being... It's not that I, you know, I definitely swore a lot. And my mom and father were fine with me swearing because they were kind of mature about that, but I always said, like, I'd say, like, god damn. And I'd always get teachers that'd be like, don't take God's name in vain, and they would get, like, really mad. Like, that was a time period I grew up in where that was, like, fucking, like, a big problem. And I would always get into arguments with teachers because I couldn't understand. They would say, oh, well, something is just the way it is just because. And they would never tell you why something was. But it would always be like, oh, no, this is just true because I said so. And I never agreed with any of that. Anytime someone tries to argue down to me like that, I refuse to listen to people. Always. I've always been like that. If you're going to talk down to me, I'm not going to listen to you, even if what you say might be correct. I don't negotiate with people that do that shit. Either you treat me like I'm an equal party at this table, or you don't treat me at all. I'm not there at all. And that's gotten me a lot of things in life, that you have to be your own negotiator. You know, you have to say, no, I'm here, this is my foot in the sand. I'm not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So, I want to tell a story, though, of an instance where I actually had abuse from dressing differently. So, the same woman, I try on a pair of jeans, okay? And she's like, I want you to figure out what's wrong with these jeans. You know, I'm sitting there with the jeans on, and I'm like, what's wrong with these jeans? And I put my hands in the pockets to see if there was, like, something wrong with, like, inside the pockets. And there's no fucking pockets! I put my hand in the pocket, and it's, like, a quarter pocket. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? There's, like, no pockets in the front. What, like, why are there jeans with no pockets? And then it hit me. And I'm like, oh, well, there's pockets in the back. And so I put my hands in the back pockets, and they're full pockets. And then it clicked with me. Oh, I see what's going on. I see why these were designed in such a way. Some man designed these pockets. And immediately I knew. Because they designed these jeans so that they could see when women have to stick something in their pocket, they want to see women stick their hand on their ass. Like that, I see shit like that now, where it's like, oh, I get it. I get it. I see this evil shit you're doing right now. And that's just one thing I've noticed. Like, I wonder how, like, many of the other things that they make women go through. It's like, good lord, man. What the fuck? You, wake up. Oh, I gotta talk to the guy first. Now, obviously, I don't think all men are like this, but I will say there definitely is a problem. I mean, look, I'll say this. Men and women both do things that both parties need to have conversations about. It's, you know, yes, there are a lot of bad things men will do, but some things women can do as well can be pretty not great. But, spoiler, it should be based off the individual. Not every individual is the same. Spoiler alert. They aren't the same. But yeah. I'm so distracted. I need to take Rhyperior out of the lead. Pidgeot. I said it wrong on purpose. Another instance where I directly suffered some kind of problem is, I was dressed differently once. I might make it sound like I do it a lot, but I really don't. Like, I really don't do it a lot. But one time, it was like the summer, and I was going to go hang out with her, and I was dressed differently, and it was kind of night, and something very scary happened to me. It was at night, and I saw from the distance there were about 3 or 4 people, boys, all men, and it was dark enough so they couldn't see what I looked like. There wasn't light on my street, and I was at a distance. And I got catcalled. And that scared the shit out of me. I thought I was gonna get preyed upon. Put it that way. And then, you know, I've had these, like, rare experiences that I, like, now that I can, like, say to women, like, I get what your fear is. I get it. I understand. It's not fucking... It's terrible. It's very terrible, is what it is. I get it. I have experience with bad things happening to me. And being in bad situations, and that was just another bad situation that's like... man, good lord. But I don't know. That's why I do think, though, on some level, you know, we need to have conversations with... Conversations need to be had with some... the way some men are being raised. It's not right. No man should think, oh, well, I'm in a group, I can just do something disgusting to this woman. No man should think that. Shouldn't even cross your mind. If you're some man that thinks that's okay, you need to go to a therapist. You need to reflect seriously upon who you are as a person. Be better. Be accountable to yourself. The rare confusion that worked in my favor. Okay, I will switch the lead. These Salamans. The thing that sucks is I think my gameplay has been like giga slow because I've been talking, but it's a pretty heavy topic for this video. Okay, this is the guy that I need to wake up. I need to go talk to the guy. I will say, though, I've also spent way too much money on clothing. Like, way too much. Way too much. Easily over a few grand. Boom. One of the things that's always puzzled me is why Haunch Crows or Merch Honk. I having trouble talking. Why is Murkrow have such a low catch rate in Pokemon? Why is it so hard to catch? Also, Honchkrow or Murkrow and Misdreavus. What the heck? I guess Thunderfang? You know, I realized how overpowered my team actually kind of is with all the mon I have. Like, Charizard, Salamence, Nidoking, Arceus. That's pretty strong. Anyway, though, I always, you know, sometimes think about that when, like, I try to be interesting as a channel that somebody might click on. It's like, oh my god, they're gonna look at, like, the pronouns, and then they're gonna be like, this guy is, like, they're gonna say something mean and just leave. Wait, was that water over to the right? What the heck? Did I see water there? No, I didn't. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this is the daughter guy. Okay. Alright. Let's go downstairs. Oh, I didn't buy a healing. Uh-oh. It's fine. There's not too many battles left in here. Okay, now I can go back and fight the guy. Oh, experience. Hold on. Egg. Get him with the jab. Punch, punch, punch. Oh my god. You can't. Come on, you can't be doing this game. I feel like Cute Charm should only apply to species like in the same group. Why on earth would Salamence like Chansey? Come on now. Even the same species. Oh god. Oh my god, Dark Void! That's like a... That's like extreme... Isn't that extremely likely to hit? What the fuck? Poison gas. This thing is malware. Feebass. I remember catching a legitimate Feebass in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. I got one in each game. But I got it first in Emerald. But then I did it in older copies and went back when I figured out how to do it. It took me a long time, but the first Feebass I got was pretty crazy. On Route 119. Is it 119 or 120? I think it's 119. Pretty sure it's 119. Earth. I'm hungry, chat. But I have to wait to eat food. Also, ouch. Razor Wind? What's your favorite food? Because my mom gets off at... She typically works to close, so she gets off at 7:30. Which means she probably won't be here till 8 o'clock. Could've used Fire Blast, but I wanted to go, Hya! Give him the Hya! Oh god, hail. What's your favorite food? And then tell me what your favorite drink is. How weird can it be? My mom's favorite food is putting salt on bread. My mom grew up very poor, though, in the Appalachians, so... You know. Understandable. But it's still weird. Or not salt. Fucking not salt. Sugar. Why did I say salt? Sugar. Okay, fought all the optionals. Let's go fight the guy we gotta fight. Get your ass up. Time to go. You know what? I don't understand why cottage cheese is so divisive to some people. It's literally so good. Like, it's so good. It's so good. You mix it with, like, some bratwurst or, you know, you, like, fucking lasagna. Have it in some lasagna. It's so good, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, Okay. I want to start drinking more tea. Okay, so here's... I don't think I could give a top 1. I'll give a top 10, okay? Crab meat has got to be one of the best things ever. Okay? It's so fucking good. Crab meat. Especially if it's mixed with cheese. Cheesy crab is so fucking good. However, I will, you know what? I will give a best food. I think it's rice. I think rice is the best food on the entire planet. Why do I say this? Because when I rate food for being the best, I have a certain criteria. Is it good on its own? Does it need condiments? Does it have variety? Are there different ways you can cook it? And does it need any other ingredients to make? Rice is the best food on the planet. And it's also very filling. Now, that being said, the way I prefer to eat rice is fried rice with some soy sauce. But you know. Third, I would say spaghetti. No meatballs. I'm not a fan of meatballs. I don't really care for them. But then I would say macaroni and cheese, but specifically 3 cheese Kraft mac and cheese. The shells. I think that's the best mac and cheese. And I have to cook my mac and cheese a very specific way, so I cook it specifically weird, but then I would say probably curry. Probably curry. Hold on, I'm gonna look at what I told my mom to recently get me from a local Indian food restaurant. Let me see. Sorry if I butcher this, but hold on, it'll take me a minute. I'm gonna alt-tab. Let me see. I don't remember what I said. I gotta go to Facebook and look at my past messages. Okay, let's see. Open Messenger, search. Okay, so it was chicken makhani. Chicken makhani. I love chicken makhani with some fucking garlic naan. Holy crap. That was so good. Like, I got to dip the naan into that. Ugh, my god, it's so good, man. It's so, like, creamy, and it's so good, man. Then I would probably say lasagna if it's cooked right. Then I'm going to give an odd one, alright? Then probably following that, I would say a flatbread sandwich with the following, okay? The following. Flat white bread, mayonnaise, alright? This is going to be a big sandwich. Pickles. Swiss cheese. Turkey. Okay? Then salami. Then more mayonnaise. Then wheat bread. Or white bread. That is my ideal sandwich. Flatbread, just a regular-ass boring sandwich. I love those sandwiches that I make like that. I'm kind of weird with pickles, though. I'll eat a whole fucking jar of pickles and the juice. Yes, I drink the juice. I love salt. My body craves salt. So, I am kind of weird. Other than that, then I would say probably pizza. And the reason I don't really rank pizza that high is because pizza is so hit or miss depending on where you get it or who's cooking it. Some pizzas, like, I'm gonna give a weird shout, but Little Caesars pepperoni pizza, when it's fresh, is really good. Just a regular-ass pizza. However, I don't like Little Caesars meat pizzas or anything else. Just a regular-ass pepperoni. Now, if I'm not getting a pizza there when we don't have money, it's probably Domino's. And I've had mixed experience with Domino's. Because, on one hand, I like their pastas, and I like their bread. I don't really like their pizza sometimes, because sometimes their pizza crust tastes like gloves or microplastics. Not a fan of that. So, does steel resist grass? There's also a place near me called Donato's. I like their pizza. Their pizza's good, but I think everybody would probably just agree that the best pizza is usually local. There's this local place. I won't give the name of it because I don't want people to dox me from the VOD. But there's this local place with a nice Italian guy, and the pizza is so good. I always prefer to get my pizza in squares, like the thin crust, but second I'd go to the triangle. I don't really like pan pizza. Not a fan of pan pizza. Shit's too big. But I like them cut in squares because I don't know. I just like eating them that way. I think they're better to eat. Now, as for drinks. Alright, I'm gonna give my drink hot takes now. Alright? My favorite soda is Mountain Dew Voltage. That being said, the drink I hate the most is regular Mountain Dew. I can't drink regular Mountain Dew. It tastes like water to me. I can't taste anything. There's so much sugar in there, I can't taste anything. Can't taste it. When it comes to Coke versus Pepsi, I would say both. What do I mean? If the Coke was warm, I'd rather have a Coke. I'd rather have a warm Coke, and I'd rather have a cold Pepsi. That's how I feel about Coke versus Pepsi. As for tea, yeah, I drink about any tea. I don't really care. I don't mind teas. I don't like coffee. I'm sorry. I don't really like coffee. I've tried it many different ways. I don't like it. With milk, with cream, I can't do it. So, unfortunately, I'm not a coffee drinker. Water is okay. It's water. I like lemonade. Lemonade's really good. I love lemonade. Or even some limeade. That's also okay. Let's see. I mean, I don't really have a ton of... Like, I like drinking juice, I guess. I mean, orange juice probably over all the other juices, but apple juice probably second. But now I'll give my fast food hot takes. Okay? I'm gonna name all the restaurants I dislike, and for what reason. Okay? KFC. First of all, too much grease. I love cranberry juice. I actually love cranberry juice. It has this weird stigma to it, but I love cranberry juice. So, let me talk about KFC. I don't like KFC because it's greasy, and because their quality of their food is bad. Simple as that. Popeyes, on the other hand, I like. I would recommend to everybody, if you're going to get Popeyes, go ahead and grab a ghost pepper BBQ or ghost pepper sandwich. Chicken sandwich. They're so good. Cane's is also okay. Don't really care for anything other than their chicken and their sauce, but they're alright. Subway. Subway is kind of like eh. But I think I prefer Penn Station. I love Penn Station. Penn Station's really good. Penn Station might not be everywhere. I think it's local here to the East Coast, but yeah. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is okay if it's just their pizza. They're mid. I don't hate Pizza Hut, but I don't care for them. Papa John's is, again, okay as long as it's not their stupid bowls of disgusting shit. Their Papa Bowls and all that other disgusting shit, no thank you. 1 second, I gotta blow my nose. Again, Little Caesars is good as long as it's just the pepperoni. Domino's is good as long as it's not the pizza. Donato's is good. I like their pizza. I like their stuff, but they're expensive. Hardee's, I don't care for. I tried Hardee's. I tried Jimmy John's. Just kind of Frisch's, I think, is good, but Frisch's is going out of business here. Which sucks, but they're okay. Okay. I'm going to give a big hot take here. This is the one that's controversial, okay? I hate Wendy's. Everybody will come down my neck about this, but I hate Wendy's. I hate Wendy's. I can't do it. Their burgers are nasty. Their nuggets are soggy. The only thing I like from Wendy's is their chili. That's it. Their chili and their drinks, they put a lot of ice in. That's it. That's all I like from Wendy's. I can't eat the Baconator. I'm not big on bacon. I don't really care for any other sandwiches. Sorry. I know that's divisive, but I don't really like Wendy's. Burger King. The only good things at Burger King are the regular-ass, normal double cheeseburgers. And I'm talking about the small ones. The Whoppers are so disgusting. Like, almost everything at Burger King I hate. The only thing I like at Burger King is their double cheeseburger, which I rarely get. And maybe rarely their fish sandwich, which I rarely like. If they cook it right. McDonald's is just mid. It's mid-Donald's. If you're hungry and you're starving, you go to McDonald's. It's whatever. The best thing at McDonald's is just their double cheeseburger. If you get it fresh. If you're not... Well, okay, let me take that back. The Quarter Pounder is the best sandwich if it's cooked right, if it's fresh. If it's not fresh, then the best thing you're going to get is a double cheeseburger that's mid. Double cheeseburgers are also good if they're cooked right. I don't eat Big Macs, really. I tried their chicken Big Mac. The chicken Big Mac is just a giant chicken nugget with Big Mac sauce. It was not very good. I tried it. I don't really care for the nuggets either. I'm not like a nugget eater, per se. Hold on, I'm like distracted. Okay, here's another hot take that might be controversial. I do not like Chick-fil-A. Or Whataburger. I don't care for either. I'm sorry. I don't really care for either. I feel like they might be overrated. Honestly. I'm just not that big of a chicken eater, really. I'm not. I don't eat a ton of chicken. I don't. I didn't even remember where she was, so I got lucky. What are some other restaurants? I think Olive Garden. I like Olive Garden, but goddamn, they're so expensive. Olive Garden is good. Let me tell you this. I always hated Olive Garden and the concept of it because to me it was just fucking breads. I was not interested in it at all. Until one time I was complaining about it and my mother said, Brooks, it's not all bread. They've got pasta, they sell wine, it's a fancy restaurant. And then immediately like, oh shit, really? And so I go there. It was so good. It was really good. I don't know if I gotta go talk to the ship captain again, but I will. But, yeah, Olive Garden is actually pretty good. I'm glad I was proven wrong on that, because that was good. Spaghetti Factory, I think, is kind of mid. I've been to Spaghetti Factory. I would rather just cook my own home spaghetti, if I'm being honest. Back when Red Lobster was a thing, I thought they were overrated. I didn't much care for Red Lobster. Same with Quiznos. Didn't really care for Quiznos. Sonic is, well... The only thing I like about Sonic is that you can get lunch food sometimes at the breakfast hours, which I fucking hate about fast food. It's like, look, man, I don't like these breakfast foods. Just give me a fucking burger, please. Like, just sell me something. I get so annoyed at that. It's like, dude, why can't you just sell me a cheeseburger? Like, I get so pissed about that. It's just like, sell me food, please. I want to buy your food. Sell it to me. But Sonic will let you get that. At least in my local one. And they're kind of mid, but I don't know. Sometimes, like, they'll have a hot dog or something, like, or whatever, and they're okay. They're just okay. Also, what probably should have taken 10 minutes to get here has taken me probably an hour. Cameron the photographer? Oh. This is the Snorlax. But, what else? What other kind of hot takes do I have on food? I love Panda Express. I know a lot of people hate it, but the Panda Express that I've gone to has never been bad. And I've had many types of rice. I don't think it's bad. My local Panda Express gives me actually a ton of food. However, I will say, I'm fine saying this because so there used to be a mall called the Tri-County Mall. That's one thing I miss, guys, is malls. The youth generation will never have gone to a mall. Which makes me immensely sad. But there used to be a Sears in that mall too, but whatever. But in that mall, in the food court, they had a lot of places, and I get the Panda Express there. Now they have a regular standalone store, but my first exposure to it was that, in a food court in the mall. And I remember the lady there was always so nice. She would give me a ton of fucking extra shit. But I never had a bad experience at Panda Express ever in my life. I don't know why people hate Panda Express. It's just weird to me. Like, I'll see tier lists, and I'm like, what are people talking about? I'll say this. Never had Bojangles. Doesn't exist where I live. There's no Bojangles. So, people wondering about Bojangles, I don't have one. There's not one in our state nearby. What other food restaurants are there? I've got a lot of local Chinese places I go to. I have a local Thai place as well. I like getting the drunken noodles or the pad ki mao. Oh my god, dude. That shit is so good. I'll get like pad ki mao. Because the thing is, because my mom works late, I usually get bulk orders of food. So I'll order for today and then lunch for the next day. So I usually will get like pad ki mao, drunken noodles, and then I'll get like basil fried rice. And I'll eat one day and I'll eat the rest the other day. But yeah. There's not really many Korean places nearby. Like, my mom wants to... There's, like, one that's, like, an hour away. There's, like, a Korean barbecue. I haven't been to Korean barbecue, but I would like to go. I've also been to this local Japanese sushi place as well, which was really good. But, yeah. I think my biggest hot take on food as well might be that I hate steak. I hate steak. Every time I'll encounter somebody, they'll be like, oh, you just haven't had it cooked right. Or someone didn't, you haven't had my cooking of steak. And I tell that to so many people, and I'm just like, dude, why, like, I've tried about 20 plus steak cooks from different people. I've never enjoyed it, no matter how it was cooked. Why can't people believe I just don't like steak? They don't believe me. But I forgot, what is the Japanese... Tonkatsu? Is that what they call it? Tonkatsu? It's like, I think, Japanese meat on a grill? Is that what it's called? Is it tonkatsu? I don't remember what it's called. Okay. I thought yaki meant fried. I thought yaki meant fried. Or does that mean ball? Oh, yaki means deep fried. Okay. Shit, my bad. I'm still learning Japanese. So, that's a good thing to know. Oh, deep fried pork. Okay. Do you know which part of that is the pork? Oh, was it ton? Is ton pork? Does it literally translate to, like, pork fried? But yeah, okay, yeah. I see. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to experience. I think another thing I don't like... I'm just going to run through some other foods I don't like really quick, rapid fire. Biscuits and gravy. I never liked it. I'm sorry, never been a fan. I don't like yams. I don't like fruit salad. I don't like deviled eggs. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. I don't like hominy or grits. Don't like either. Sorry. I don't like most types of mushrooms unless they're like the mushrooms found on pizza. I don't know what they're called, but I'm fine with those mushrooms, but like morsels or something I don't like. I tried hominy and I almost puked. That's how bad I hate it. Okay. Now hear this one out. I don't mind... okay, I don't like grilled cheese, but not for the reason you think. I don't like grilled cheese if it has the tomato sauce, the hot tomato sauce with it. Because in school, in elementary, they used to cook grilled cheese, and the tomato sauce would make me extremely nauseous. So I can't eat grilled cheese with the cheese sauce. Now I've had cheesy like cheese grilled turkey sandwich. That's fine. But I can't eat regular grilled cheese that you dip in, like, some tomato sauce. It just makes me nauseous. I can't do it. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. I typically don't like eating nuts. I mean, cashews are okay, but I don't really care for them. In terms of fruit, I hate bananas. I can't stand bananas. I don't like them. I like oranges. I like apples. I like mandarins. I like tangerines. I don't like guacamole. In terms of fish, I'll eat anchovies, but I don't really care for them. I can't eat bananas. I just can't. I don't mind. I'll tell you this. If there's banana-flavored candy, then I can do it. I like grapes. I can't eat grapes, though, because I have really bad acid reflux, and grape always fucks my acid up in my stomach. But I do love grapes. I do. I like olives, green or yellow, or black. Sorry. In terms of spice, I love spice. I love buffalo sauce. I can eat anything spicy. I can eat habanero just fine. I can eat ghost pepper just fine. I think my cutoff is the Reaper. I can't do the Reaper. I had a Reaper ramen once and I almost fucking died. So... But I can tolerate some spice. I can handle it. I love me some ghost pepper. But Again, though, I would recommend people try the ghost pepper sandwich from Popeyes if you haven't. Really good. I love it. Again, though, I will say, though, it might also depend on your local place, because sometimes, as good as a sandwich can be, a lot of it can depend on which McDonald's you go to or which Burger King you go to and whether or not they cook it right. So, when I tell people to try a sandwich and they might not like it, it might just be your local place. Consider it. Doesn't mean that's always true, but sometimes it is. So I try to keep an open mind when I try food. In terms of melon, I don't like watermelon, and I don't like melon eating them regularly, but if they're a juice, I love it. So I'm fine with melons as long as they're in drink form. Pineapple is amazing. I love pineapple. It's the best fruit out there. I think many people would agree. Pineapple is really good. And my take on pineapple on pizza is it is fine as long as it's a Hawaiian pizza. As long as it's Hawaiian pizza, it is fine. Then I'm fine with it. If it's not Hawaiian pizza, I wouldn't eat pineapple on pizza. I think people forget as well that pizza doesn't always have to have pizza sauce on it. You can have other sauces. Like, in principle, when I tell people this, they act like I'm crazy. But pizza is just a pie. Pizza is a pie. That's it. Pizza is pie. It just is. You could put whatever you want on your pie. You could. Like, for instance, I want to try what's called crab meat pizza. And people said, well, that sounds weird. It's like, no, you're not using tomato sauce with the crab meat. What are you talking about? You wouldn't put pizza sauce with crab meat. It would just be a different sauce. You don't have to put pizza sauce on everything. If you haven't seen what crab meat pizza looks like, you should. It's really good looking. My mom will be off in a couple hours. Okay. I need to stock up on potions. This is the wrong guy. Time to spend all that money. I'm gonna need to rebuy for red. Get 10 of these. For Zangoose, since its health is kind of low. I can sell some of my more expensive shit. Alright, I'll sell some of the nuggets and stuff. Finally, everybody's probably screaming at me for the longest time in my playthrough. Sell your expensive stuff! So I'm gonna do that. I think raisins are also disgusting. I can't eat raisins. Candy corn also. Candy corn's disgusting. Candy corn. I think that's something we could talk about. Ice cream and candy. That'll be the next topic. Ice cream and candy. So, I'm gonna give a rare take. I feel like I like black licorice. I like red licorice. It can be an acquired taste. Some people don't like it at first. But I like black licorice. I do. I don't eat it that often though. I'm not like a huge licorice eater. In terms of, let's see, what other kinds of, like nerds. I like nerds. I didn't really like Fruit Roll-Up as a kid too much. It was okay. Laffy Taffy, I never really cared for. I'll tell you what. This is the reason I don't like bacon. Okay, it's not a taste problem. It's that I don't like eating shit that I gotta chew and wear my mouth out. I don't want to have to chew 20 times to eat something. That's why I don't like candy like that, or hard candy. That I have to chew a lot. I don't like that. You know, never been a fan of stuff like that. I have a lot of money. I mean, I guess I could sell my... Yeah, I'll just sell this shit. We're gonna have to buy X items at some point at the department store when we get to, where Erica is. I forget what the fucking... Is it Celadon? I think it's Celadon. I need to find one more main for red, so... Now, in terms of chocolate, here's what I like. Twix. I like Twix. I like Hershey's, if they're the Hershey's bars. Peanut butter M&Ms. I don't really care for regular M&Ms. They're alright. I'll eat them if I'm starving, but I don't really care for regular M&Ms. Peanut butter M&Ms, on the other hand, are a different story. Okay. See you later. I will finish this thought, though, for the VOD. For everyone else. I think my favorite is probably peanut butter cups. You can add another layer of that to make it good, which is if it's white chocolate. Kit Kats are also okay, but I don't really care. Kit Kats too much. That lived? Also, don't know if I said it, but I'll see you later. And in terms of ice cream, I think in terms of regular normal flavors, between chocolate, vanilla, and the pink one. I forgot what the pink one's called. Vanilla. But my favorite ice cream is Blue Moo cookie dough. It's blue ice cream with cookie dough in it. What a fucking team. What the hell? Kakuna and Beedrill. You would think that this wasn't rando. Wow. Tanky. Nice flinch. Toss that rock. This is like the most defensive Beedrill I've ever seen in my life. No, it's... Come on, game. You can give me better moves. Ouch. Shit. Psychic. It should be, might be randomized, is it? We'll see. I don't know why a fisherman is psychic, but sure. I wonder why they never used this building for anything else in this gen. I've always got the impression that the post-game for this, Gold and Silver and Crystal, were never fully realized. This kind of sucks. Okay, I need to find the lost item, I think. I don't think this guy fights me, but whatever. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end here. I'm gonna go rest. My head's starting to really hurt really bad. And maybe I gotta look for some kind of snack to hold me over till dinner, but I'm gonna end here for today. I'll be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy VIII, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.